VAC Live is finally not a meme. After an entire year of VAC Live not doing anything, it's finally taking action. It appears VAC Live is stepping out of VACNet's shadow. Since the beta of CS2, VAC Live was simply VACnet rebranded. They were pretty much the same thing. The only difference was that instead of VACnet sending people to Overwatch, VAC Live just cancelled the match. So let's give props to Valve. It only took 7 months of people raging with multiple exploits to get VAC Live to actually detect game-breaking exploits. Currently, if you use exploits, your match will be cancelled within 2 rounds, and you and everyone you're queued with will receive a 24-hour cooldown. As of this moment, I believe it's just rapid fire that is detected, but I wouldn't be surprised if no spread is either next in line or already detected. So if you don't want to get banned, just don't use any exploits and you'll be fine for now. Oh, and obviously, don't use anti-aim either. All the bans that happened in the last week were by VACnet and VAC Live. Despite the bans stating they're from Overwatch, that's just a lie that Valve has been using for over 6 years now, all the way back to the VMT hooking ban wave in 2018. Almost every time there's a ban wave, Valve pretends they're Overwatch bans, even when Overwatch was literally not banning anyone. The reason Valve lies about this is simply to mislead cheaters. They don't want cheaters knowing their cheat is detected and warning other cheaters. This is why all the bans show up as game bans, not VAC bans. It's pretty obvious, but let me explain what happened here. Valve announced Overwatch was coming back, then it pushed a ban wave to make it seem like it was from Overwatch. Most of the bans were from people using exploits, but since cheaters saw Overwatch, they assumed it wasn't a feature detection. The simple fact is, no one has Overwatch yet. It was all a red herring, but it still fooled a lot of people. That's exactly what Valve wanted. Now, let's talk about something more important, and that's the fact that these VAC Live bans are giving party members cooldowns as well. This is a pretty interesting move by Valve, and it's concerning since that's a very slippery slope. The fact that you can get punished now if you queue with someone who happens to be cheating, maybe you met the game before and they weren't doing anything fishy, and they seem nice so you decide to queue with them, and now you have a 24-hour cooldown? What's next? You'll get a 14-day cooldown? Or maybe just a permanent game ban as well? Valve has never punished people who queued with cheaters. The most they did was just remove the XP and wins you got from queuing with a cheater. This is the first time they've added a punishment like this. It may not seem so bad, but the thing is, they always proceed to make the punishment worse later on. They always start with something small, like how griefing cooldowns originally were only 24 hours, and then they were increased to 14 days. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what this is leading towards. This is every Redditor's wet dream. Back to VAC Live, it's kind of sad how easily impressed most of the CS community is. They're impressed that cheaters using game-breaking exploits that let you empty out your entire mag in less than a second were detected after 7 months. In any other game, if an exploit this game-breaking and blatant was around, it would be gone within a week. But that's just the style of Valve. Do nothing for months, so when you finally do anything, it seems revolutionary.